Welcome back to TimeWalkTV. My name is Ron, and today we'll be playing Jeskai Drakes in War of the Spark Standard. Coming up. Okay, welcome to Arena. This is where we're going to be playing all of our games. Let's go ahead and go over the deck. It's a little bit of an alteration to the Is It Drakes that you're used to seeing. So basically what I've done is I've taken the Is It Drakes deck, 4 ops, 4 shocks, 4 lava coils, charter course, all the good stuff, both Drakes, Crackling and Enigma. But I've added white. I've added 12 white sources so that we can play Teferi Time Raveler, one of the most powerful planeswalkers coming out of War of the Spark, as well as some sideboard cards. So for the main part, 4 ops, 4 shocks, 4 charter course, 4 lava coil, 4 discovery dispersal, mainly for all the draw that we would ever need. I'm throwing in 1 Invade the City, mainly because I think it's pretty powerful and we can do it instant speed with Teferi, which might come up and it would be really cool. Saheeli makes a lot of dudes, and Crackling Drake pairs very well with Saheeli. Make one of your artifact guys turn into a Crackling Drake, so then you can kind of swing games that way. It's pretty cool. I was messing around with a version of this that had like heroic reinforcements, which I may explore a little further in the future, but I think Saheeli with that might be a really cool little combo. Maybe we can make something that's like Hero, a Precinct 1, Saheeli, and heroic reinforcements. I think that'd be pretty cool. Putting 3 Spell Pierce in this deck. I think Spell Pierce is a really good card right now. I think people are tapping out a lot, especially for their non-creature spells, so we'll see how that does. It might be bad, might be good. You know, you got to try it sometimes. The board is a little weird. This is kind of an old sideboard with some blue and white cards tossed in there. Raptor Hatchling is for the mono red matchup. This is something old that Andrew Jessup did. It's pretty cool. It's just a 1/1. When they kill it, then you get a 3/3. And then when we pair that with Deafening Clarion, we can kill their board, kill our guy, get a 3/3, and then we're kind of ahead. 1 Disdainful Stroke, 2 Doe's Vetoes, really light on the counter spells, mainly because of Teferi. Narset's really good against the decks that want to draw a bunch of cards, a lot of control decks. Deafening Clarion, again, is for smaller creatures, stuff like that. This deck used to have 2 Rouse in it. Now that we added white, I figured Teferi's the better 5-mana planeswalker. And then 2 Niv Mizzet. This card hasn't shown up at all from what I've seen, but I still think it's extremely powerful. It can be bounced by Teferi, which stinks, but if it sticks, then you kind of can take over the game. So that's the deck. That's what we're looking at. Here's the lands. We just cut Glacial Fortress for Island and Mountain. We only need 12 white source, but we want all the shock lands. So now we're going to go ahead and get into our games. We're going to run 3 matches, see how we do, same as last time. And we'll see you in the matches. Alright, here we are for match number 1. Hobo with a Buggy. That's a pretty sweet name. We're still in Platinum 4. And we're going to see how far we can kind of push this here. This hand is not very good. It does have a lot of lands. I think I might keep it just because we have a Discovery and you can Surveil 2 and then draw a card, so we can kind of push it down. Our opponent is going first, so we do get to draw. It might be a little bit risky of a hand, but I think it will pay off for us, mainly because of this card, because of how far you can dig. We'll see if we can make this work, since we have looks like we're against a mono green deck, or maybe green black or something along those lines. So I'm just going to shock this in and play off now. No sense in doing anything else that's crazy. We're going to put that on the bottom and draw a card. There's a Spell Pierce. That's not too bad. If they end up trying to play like a Nissa or something like that, we can counter it. So they're thinking about what they're going to play. It looks like they have a Rootbound Crag, so they are green-red. They didn't play anything, which is a little strange. No creatures, nothing like that to follow it up. So I think we're going to keep our white hidden for now. I'm not sure if that's relevant or not, but we are mainly a blue and red deck, so that's okay. Do I play the Dispersal or do I hold up? I think I just play the Discovery. There's no reason not to, I think, at this point. I don't think they can bring anything back. We're going to keep the Invade the City, actually. I think that card's going to be super good here in a little bit. But so barrel 2, and then we're going to draw that. Because even next turn, if we don't play the Drake, we can just make a 2/2. It isn't too bad. There's a Chandra, so that's a bit of a problem. And that's what we could have held the Spell Pierce up for. Didn't really expect them to have Chandra. Mainly because I only see this really in red decks, but it is a great form of card advantage. So let's see, -7 +1 doesn't really have anything going on. Alright, so we'll play a Sulfur Falls, and we're going to play our Enigma Drake. It's a 2/4, it's a good blocker. We'll see if they have a Lava Coil to kill it. If not, we can kind of pressure their Chandra a little bit. It will... What does it do? It deals damage when it loses loyalty. They have a Gruul Spellbreaker, so we can actually kill that with Lava Coil next turn and hold up Spell Pierce. So that's kind of cool. Even if they make that a 3/3 with haste, we can still do it. So they have a Mobilized District, so they're going to be like a green-red based, Planeswalker deck, which is pretty interesting. So what do we do here? So they played a 3/2 that didn't kill our guy. I mean, we could play Teferi, bounce, and then keep that up. What does this do? Damage target opponent or Planeswalker. Yeah, so if we want to hit this, we got to do it beforehand. I think I'm going to play our Treat here. And I think we're going to just kill the Spellbreaker. That'll bring this up to a 3. Take that down a notch. And then we have a Spell Pierce up for if they play anything big like a Nissa or an Ugin or something along those lines. Does this have anything to reach? Oh, it does have reach. Well, that would make sense. Okay, sounds good. So they dealt me 3 damage. Chandra is very, very good. Stomping Ground action. He's going to play that. Probably light up their Mobilized District and see what they can do. If they play something big, Spellbreaker. I think we're almost dead here. We're pretty close to us being super dead. But we'll see. Unless they have like some sort of burn spell, that would be ideal. So I get Spell Pierce to get another card in their graveyard for a mass card. We're not close enough to do. We don't have 6 mana, so we can't do that. Oh boy, what do we do here? I think we bounce this. He has no creatures in graveyard. Yeah, I think we just do this, hold up our Spell Pierce, and next turn we can so
let's slow this down.
Return this. See what we draw. Maybe we'll draw a Burn Spell or Lava Coil. Yes, we did it. We're the best. We're the best. Woo! Okay, Lava Coil you. Kill you. Now I think we smack you for 4, and hopefully you redirect the damage to Teferi and not my face. Look at a distraction.
I am out of here.
A distraction. Darn it. No, you're not supposed to hit me in the face. Oh, that's silly. I'm silly. You got me, man. Oh, darn. I forgot about that Mobilized District. Oh well. Okay, so what do we want against like a green-red based? Maybe a Planeswalker. It's got Mobilized District. Maybe it's just got like 1 or 2 Mobilized District just because it's like a 3/3 Vigilant guy. You know what I mean? I don't think Teferi's very good in this matchup. Deafening Clarion could be very good. Disdainful Shrug also could be good for like Hellkites, Nissas. I think we take out our Spell Pierces. I really want to bring in Nimizet though. I think Nimizet would be very good. We bring in Clarion and our Disdainful Shrug, and what else could we bring in? let's see. Let's go with. It looks pretty good so far. I don't think they really have anything else that can deal with this, so we'll just bring in one more Teferi Time Raveler just to have one, and then we'll go ahead and move on into game 2 of match 1. See what we got here. Hobo with a buggy. He's running me over with his buggy. Right now we are in the full-on kill your stuff game. I think we'll keep it just to make the game run long, because I think we're a little bit better if the game runs a little longer. But again, I just don't know. Let's see. Alright, he's got nothing. What do we got? Oh boy, all 4 shocks. Woo! We got a good poker hand here. 4 of a kind, guys. 4 of a kind. Cinder Vines. Sure. That doesn't really do too much for me or against me. No, we'll just keep playing lands. They're trying to play a longer game that we want to play, so that's totally fine. I don't know if I brought in the big Teferis, but we'll see. Brontodon. Sure. Big bad Brontodon. Okay. Let's go ahead and zap him. We'll take 1 damage to do it, but that's okay. I don't think we have any enchantments that we care about. This thing it's just gonna sit around and do nothing all game, ping us here and there. We're not necessarily a full-on Drake's deck, but we'll see. Spell Breaker. Is he gonna give it haste or be good at 4/4? Oh, he's gonna give it haste. Well, it's got hexproof anyway, so he can't do anything. Yep, I'll take 3. Let's see if I draw a land or a spell. Drake. Well, let's do this first. If we drew a land, it'd be a little different. Then I could play a land and do something else. But I think because I want to just keep their board clear and they only have 4 cards in hand, I think playing the removal spell is best right now, and hopefully that they don't have another spell breaker. That would really suck. We have a ton of shocks. For whatever reason, I should have probably cut some shocks. Well, at least we get to kill this Sarkhan. Yep, we'll take 1. It's a 4/4. Didn't draw a land, so we'll. Goodness gracious, this is not good. If we play our Drake, we have a 3/4. We have a 3/4. We have a 4/4. We go down to 10. Gotta play 2 spells to kill it. That brings us down to 8. But we do have a Deafening Clarion to kind of wipe this up. So I think we're going to risk it for the biscuit. And we're going to let him smack us for 4 down to 10. Hopefully he doesn't remove our Drake, and then we can have a good thing next turn. But now he's going to do this and fight. That's kind of rough.
We won't answer to other guilds.
Oh, he's actually not. He's going to make a mana. Okay. Okay. Yep, I'll take 5. No blocks. Sure thing. Come on, land. Golly. Golly. Oh, boy. Yeah, I guess we could just... This sucks. We're going to go to 8. Yep, 8. And then we'll go up to 12. What kills Domri? Go up to 12. It'd be so silly if you had a shock. It'd be ridiculous. So now we're set up to either play a Drake. It's a 4/4. Another Domri. Fight me. Alright, so he's making mana.
Something smells rotten. Wait, that might be me.
Yep. Ouch. Okay. 1 card in hand. There's our land. That's sweet. I'm at 7. I think we're gonna play it safe, and we're gonna What could get us? This brings us down to 5 if we shock. Maybe we just, well, he has Domri to fight. I don't think he has, I don't think he'll have double removal spell. So I think we're just going to do this, draw a card. Hopefully we get like a removal spell or something along those lines. I feel like we just leave Domri because if he fights, that's good for us. But I could just get rid of him and then block here. But if he doesn't, say he pulls a removal, I get hit down to 3 and that's a Lightning Strike range or Cindervine's range. Ooh boy. Well, let's go with the no attack. We'll see what he does. He only has 1 card in hand. We have potential to really clock him pretty good if we play a lot of shocks next turn. Looks like he's going to play Growth Chamber and then get another one. And the question is, if he swings, can we kill him? Yep, there's another one. See what he does. He might swing, he might fight. Or he might make a mana so he can play his other Growth Chamber Guardian. Okay. Get a swing. Yep, and we're definitely blocking. Okay. Now we can't shock this in. Now we can. We can play this. I think we're gonna hold the shock for, cause he. Oh, that sucks. No, what we'll do, we'll let him play this. He'll get another one, but when he goes to fight, if he wants to fight, we can shock the Growth Chamber Guardian in response. Or we can do it as far as the adapt, because then he won't get the next one. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll do that. I think that's a great idea. You're so smart. You're so smart. Sometimes you think through things and you get it. But sometimes, you know, it might backfire with these other 2 card setters in his hand. Okay, so we'll put a stop there. Okay. I currently have a stop. I want to kill this. Yep. I'll take a damage. Kill you. Now he can make it. He's making a mana, so he'll have 4 mana. He'll be able to play the guy, but he won't be able to make a new one. Okay. I probably could have waited just because his little duder's gonna run right into my 5/4. So we'll see. So that's actually pretty solid. Okay. Play this. Hopefully we can get through here. What's he got? Don't burn me, boy. Ooh. We are at a low life total. Yes, we are. Now he can adapt this and then fight to kill this. He'll still be at -1. Oof, that's tough. That's also very not good. But now he can't adapt. Because this is 1, 2, 3. Oh, he can adapt. Ooh. That's no bueno. No bueno, Missa. No bueno. Gonna fight. Okay, that's dead. I'm at healthy life total here. Dang it. Dang it. This is no bueno. Oh, it's no bueno. No bueno indeed. Well, we'll take a damage here. Hopefully we find something worth it. Yikes. Yikes. We are in trouble. We're in, how you say, trouble. Big trouble. Maybe I should have left in my other guys. I got 2 lands. I think we're dead. Ooh, it's a tough loss. I guess the Cindervines came back to bite us pretty hard in the butt. Alright, we're back for match number 2. Muramasa. Don't really know how to pronounce that name. We're going to be on the draw, which stinks. I want to be on the play. And the play is way more fun. get to play your cards first. Hand is awesome. We get Chart of Course and Discovery, and hopefully hitting lands for double Drakes, so we'll keep it. Alright, so we have a removal spell, that's great. So we're going to play Steam Man's tapped. They played Watergrave, so I'm assuming blue black or Esper. Probably going to get Thought Erasure here. Yeah, that's pretty common there. We have removal and draw spells, so they'll probably just get rid of one of my Drakes if they don't have a removal spell. We kind of have a really good hand right now, just 2 lands and a bunch of spells, so not too worried about the old Thought Erasure play. I did think about doing like a Grixis version of this deck with Thought Erasure. I think that'd be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and Chart a Course. There's our land. I think we're gonna get rid of this for now because I don't think they have creatures, but they're probably gonna play like a Thief of Sanity right now, and then it's gonna really come back to bite us. So they are Esper, so that's good to know. Let's go ahead and get some pressure on the board. See if they have like a cast down or some sort of kill spell, and then we'll kind of move on from there. Tyrant Scorn. Okay, that's fine. Looking for another land to play our big Drakes. I'm not sure if they will have actual counter spell, so we're gonna go ahead and just dig for our land here, see if they counter this. I don't see why they would counter this. Okay, I mean, maybe because it's a non-creature spell, they just wanted to get some value out of it. I don't see never saw the point in countering a draw spell as a control player. You mainly want to counter their actual spells that matter. But hopefully we draw a land here so we can get absorbed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's play this first. It's a 4/4. See if they have absorb, which they don't. They might have another Dobin's Veto, so this is where this comes into play. Probably going to get scorned again. As long as they don't have anything to really refuel their hand, I think we're in a good spot. Or if they don't have it, if they like have it to bury. Okay, so there's the Chemist's Insight. So I think, oh, we drew a land. So let's go ahead and play our Crackling Drake, get that out there. Hopefully they have a removal spell, but we'll see, because we have Invade the City, which is a really cool card. Gonna make a big zombie later on, so we'll see. Thought Erasure, okay. Still have mana left over for Kaya's Wrath. So if they don't take Crackling Drake, they have Kaya's Wrath, because they would want me to play our second Drake so they can get 2 for 1. But again, you never know. So they're a little scared of this card. I wish we had something to recur our cards in the graveyard. Maybe at some point maybe like a teamer version would be pretty sweet. I think that'd be pretty cool. Then you can run Tameo and just get any cards you want back from the graveyard. That's pretty sweet. We got Ugin, huh? It'd be a really great time to draw a, what are they called? Spell Pierce. That'd be awesome. So let's go ahead and try to kill this thing. We do have it's a 4 CMC guy, so I don't think they have anything to kill it. So it's Tyrant Scorn. That's pretty cool. Always want to kill that first before you play Crackling Drake, so you can actually draw the card. We're playing the second Crackling Drake because they drew an Ugin, and they might just jam Ugin to play to kill my guy, but they ended up, you know, having a Kaya's Wrath, which I thought they did, but there's really nothing you can do there, so you kind of just have to kind of go with the flow. If they don't have the Kaya's Wrath, we're in a good spot. If they do, it's not a big deal. So now they're going to play their Ugin, and they're going to minus, and then I'll just kill it with a shock. And then that's 2 Drakes and 3 other Crackling Drakes. My goodness. They're really going through our threats here pretty quick. Alright, well that stinks. They have another removal spell. They do not have enough for Ugin, but they're going to flash this back. So let's go ahead and just shock them, use our mana up. get another instant and sorcery in the graveyard. So let's go ahead and play our Saheeli. That's great. It's good draw. Make some duders. He's gonna play the Ugin and give it a good smack, but that's okay. If we draw a 3, 6, 7, 8, they have enough to get around spell pairs, which really super stinks. But what are you gonna do? Do I want Teferi or Saheeli? I think we want another. I think we want this guy. And that's all we're gonna do, because he's gonna play this in minus. Well, he's gonna draw 2 cards. That's the question. Do you discard your Ugin to draw 2 cards? Probably not. If he does, it's crazy, because Ugin's gonna kill this. Then we get to play this, which is cool. We're gonna make 2 guys. Minus on that. Oh, he's gonna plus? Interesting. Interesting. Alright, we'll shock your dude. He gets his card back. We'll attack here. Alright. We will play Teferi. We're just going to draw a card. We just want to get as much value out of this as possible. Alright, so we'll go ahead and end. If we draw any of our remaining drakes, what do we have? 2 drakes here, 1 drake in there, and then 2 in there. So we have what? 1 crackling and 2 enigma left in our deck. So it's not looking great. There's the Kaya's Wrath. It's going to kill that Teferi, which is fine. We'll just play another one. That's the only risk of playing and minusing Teferi is the Oath of Kaya. So this guy's actually being really smart with minusing or plussing his Ugin instead of minusing to kill this. This doesn't really have too much play, really. We're gonna make a guy.
This isn't a fight you can win.
We'll bounce his token to his hand.
Don't worry, I got this.
He gets the card, which is fine, but we'll see if we can draw something here. We'll keep making guys. We'll keep this just because we want to shock for possibly that. So, all right. So we'll go ahead and end the turn. He has another Kaya, Oath of Kaya, that's gonna stink because I really want to keep Teferi around, but I really needed to draw the cards early on. Since he did that, I'm gonna shock Ugin so that he can't minus on one of my guys. And I think we'll just, you know, use up our mana best we can. Yeah, we'll leave that just because if we bottom it and then draw a good card, it's going to be a real pain in the butt if they get to take that. So we might as well let him take the Lava Coil that doesn't really do anything. He can't minus Ugin now to kill one of our 2 Planeswalkers because instead of doing this first, he decided to Thought Erasure first. So now we have 4 guys. He's at 3. He's got 2 cards in hand with a Chemister's inside. You get flashback. So one of our creature draws would be very good because then we can make one of our servos into a big giant flying creature. So that's actually pretty cool. Discards the Mortify to draw cards. This is land. So that's super duper good. So he can't do anything right now with Teferi, so that's awesome.
Might be a bad idea.
Oop, cancel. Say, target artifact you control becomes a copy of another target artifact creature. So plus, you target an artifact and you target a creature. So now I can swing at Ugin and kill him. Ouchie. So next turn I can 24 him. If only this thing had haste. Woo, baby, we'd be scooping him up. See if he has got a Kaya's Wrath. He already played 2. a lot of decks I've seen run like 2 to 3. They don't really run the full playset anymore. I'll see if he has anything to kind of deal with this, because if he can't deal with this card or the board, then I'm just gonna minus the Healy and kill him with the 2 12s. So that actually doesn't do it. Yeah. So then we took game 1, match 2. So that's sweet. Tough deck to beat. Really tough deck to beat. I think with this one, wow, he just conceded the whole match. Somebody's very salty. Coming from the Salt Master himself, that was very salty. Alright, we're back for match 3 after Salty McSalterson quit the whole match after losing 1 game. So, you know, I think we're on track now. We're ready to win some more matches. Again, we're going to be on the draw. That kind of stinks. I like to be on the play. But we have a pretty sweet hand. We've got turn 1 op, discovery, we've got removal. This Healy's pretty good. This will get good later. There's only one other in the deck, you know, for later on, but it's kind of neat seeing it early. So looks like he's mulliganing to 5, mulliganing to 4. Doesn't look good for our hero. Puts on the bottom. Must be looking for lands. Might be a mono red deck. So I'm going to play this tapped, actually. I was going to play this turn 1. I played a basic mountain after mulliganing very aggressively, so I can only assume that it's a mono red deck. Alright, excuse me there. Still can't get over this cough or this sickness I have. I don't know what it is, but I feel great. Just have a really annoying cough. So I think we want to hold up Spell Pierce. Probably not. I'm not really sure what's going on. So we're just gonna pass the turn. Probably should have played Sacred Foundry tap just so that we have our shock lands in first. But I think he's gonna wait and see what we do so that he knows how to sideboard. I think that's the plan on his end. He doesn't seem like he's gonna be winning this game, but you never know. I've seen people mull the 4 and win games before, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. But he has missed his land drop. We're gonna keep the Drake. A good draw. This time we are gonna shock it in, and we're just gonna play our 1/4. Whew. Might be coughing up a lung here on this video. Won't even be close. Just coughing up lungs. Alright, so he's going to quit. I can assume that he's a mono red deck, but he might be like a green red deck we saw earlier, or he might be like a big red deck that plays like Phoenixes and stuff. I think we'll do the same thing. I think we're going to keep our shocks and lava coils. I think we're gonna get rid of our Teferis, and we're gonna bring in. We're just gonna board like it's mono red aggro. So we'll bring in our Raptor hatchlings. Spell Pierce is probably okay. We're gonna get rid of our Invade the City, and we want to bring in our Deafening Clarions as well. So you need to cut 2. I think we're just gonna cut our Spell Pierces actually. Actually, we might just leave 1 in. I don't think we want anything else. Yeah, we'll leave 1 in just for like the random burn spell or something like that. But we definitely want our Deafening Clarions. Gives our Enigma Drakes lifelink, which is huge, and our Raptor hatchlings are great blockers. So let's go ahead and submit. We'll see if we're against mono red. I assume so, but again, there's a ton of decks in this standard format, so you know, it could be anything. Could be anything. Great hand. Double shock land into removal, and our Drake. So we're gonna definitely keep this. Looks like he's keeping a 7. Plays basic mountain again, and doesn't do anything. So he might be a bigger red deck. Maybe he'll play like a treasure map here. Nope, there's a Steamkin. Okay. So I think what we do is we're gonna pay our 2 life, just get that out there, and we're just gonna lava coil, like, you know, keep those guys in check. Because next turn we can play a 1/4 flyer, which is great. He probably is going to have like a lava coil or something along those lines. He might just burn me here and in turn. I guess he's not going to do that. Okay, so he is a bigger red deck, so using that lava coil was not the greatest idea at all, but we do get to play our Crackling Drake, which is great. That's cool. Them sticking a Phoenix here really stinks because I just used the lava coil and a Steamkin. Mobilized District really makes it seem like it's like he probably has Karns and Chandras and different stuff like that. So, but he also has Get to Lava Runner. Why does he have this card in a Lava Runner deck? This is very strange. Okay. Yeah, we'll just play this tapped and we'll play play a Saheeli, see what happens. Next turn we can play a Drake or, you know, do something along those lines. So we're really in no rush. We're at 16, which isn't a terrible life total. It seems like he's like a mono red aggro deck because he has Lava Runner. And this is probably, you know, coming out of the board. If he wants to kill this, that's fine. That's problematic. And I took out my Teferis, I believe. So, that's no bueno. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. So that's actually really awesome. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Yep. And then we'll go ahead and resolve that. And we'll shock the token. And then we'll swing for 6. We'll gain 6. So now we're in a good spot. We have 2 3/4s. Got rid of the Phoenix. They can only play off the top of their library, so we'll see if they end up doing anything meaningful here. But it looks like they don't have anything off the top, which is great. So we'll go ahead and play another. Actually, I probably could have shocked that in to play a second one. Let's go ahead and just keep swinging, because next turn 3 6 9, they're dead next turn in the air. And I'm still at 20 because of the life links. That was great. There's the Chandra. Yeah, so they either played mono red and then went into like Phoenixes or something like that. That's what it seems. Chandra's a very, very good card. We got pretty lucky there. Got a little rank up action here. Alright, and we are back for match number 4. I decided to do a 4th match today, mainly because the one opponent conceded the entire match after losing 1 game. So, let's go ahead and take a look at this hand. 2 ops, 2 chart of course, a shock, cliff top retreat, and a hallowed fountain. I think that's a pretty solid hand. We can shock in the hallowed fountain to opt, and then we can shock or chart of course the following turn depending on what we're playing against. We have a great draw spells. We have a good removal spell. Let's see what we have here. I think they mulligan to 6. They mulligan to 5. Everybody's mulliganing a lot today. I haven't mulliganed yet with this deck, and it's got 22 lands, so we'll see. They bottomed that, so they played a Steam Vents. So they mulligan to 5, bottomed their Scry, and played a Steam Vents. So right now, I'm going to just pay the 2 life, and I'm going to pass because I drew a Spell Pierce. And we'll see what they do. Steam Vents usually means like a Drake's deck or Grixis Control along those lines. We'll see what he does here. I think we're just going to Spell Pierce this. Keep him off their draw spells as much as possible. We'll go ahead and cast our Discovery. So we cast Discovery with, you know, 2 cards in hand, so I figured I'd Spell Pierce to get that away. Now here's the real dilemma, I think, is that I could keep Spell Pierce, but I can't play it next turn. The Drake is a threat, and I do have, so I'll draw this turn, and then next turn I get the next card off the top, and then I can, let's see. Yeah, we'll keep the Drake. We need a threat. Need them not to, you know, play anything too good. If we draw a land, that's fantastic. We get to play our Drake. Looks like they're Grixis. They got to play that discovery. That's fine. We'll see how many cards they put in the graveyard. I think they're probably looking for lands, but I mean 3 lands is usually pretty good for them. I think 5 is the new nickel balls, 4 is the old one. Nothing going in the graveyard. 1 into hand. So let's go ahead and chart a course. We'll draw 2 cards. Alright, so we'll keep the lava coil in case they play nickel balls next turn. Pretty unfortunate we missed our land drop. But we'll see what we have here. Again, we're a little unfortunate with no land drop, but there's a land drop, so that's pretty good. We're going to get rid of our shock. And we're going to just play our land here. If we draw land, we're going to play Crackling Drake. If we do not draw land, then I think we're going to play Teferi. Hopefully we don't get counterspell. Okay, so I'm going to draw a card here. I know it can get killed by a shock or whatever, but what I really wanted to do there was keep digging for lands. There's only 22 lands in the deck, so it's going to be a little tough to get all those lands unless you get a good pocket there. So looks like they're thinking about bedeviling this, which is fine with me. You know, it's not killing my creatures. Teferi's just there just to kind of pressure their thing. That's actually pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and play Saheeli actually, just because next turn if we draw land we can play Crackling Drake. If not, we can opt and hopefully hit a blue land. Looks like they're getting a little flooded out with all their lands, so let's see if we can hit a blue land. It's not a blue land, so I'm going to bottom it. I really want another blue source. Well then. You got me good there. Okay, well, let's go ahead and end the turn. That's pretty unfortunate. Like yes, they mulliganed and they've hit every single land drop. Right? They mulliganed to what, 4 or 5. Hit every land drop, had the removal. They're having a much worse game, so I can't really complain at all. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep my comments to myself. I'm having a pretty solid game. I am missing a few land drops here and there, but let's go ahead and try to get this over with here. Yeah, so next turn they're dead. So a little unfortunate on their end. They're gonna make me sack both my creatures. That's fine. Hopefully we can figure out a way to kill that thing, because that is what we would call a problem. Let's go ahead and play our Crackling Drake and see what we get. Alright, we drew a Sulfur Fall, so that's pretty good. I think we're just gonna hang out and we're gonna wait to opt. They may have a removal spell. It may not. Make a 2/2, so we can lava coil that next turn. Granted, they don't have another removal spell or anything like that, so let's go ahead and opt. We do not want another land. Prefer spells at this point. Okay, so they're dead. Okay, well, anyway. The main thought process there at the end was, if they have a removal, do I play my Invade the City and then make my token an Invade the City token and then kill the guy with a lava coil? It didn't really matter, but this is a control game, so we're gonna go Stroke, Narset, Teferi, Dovin, and Nimizit. And we're going to get rid of shocks, lava coils, and we'll get rid of Invade the City. Mainly because we got rid of 8 instant of sorceries, and now we're bringing in some higher end stuff. 22 lands is going to be interesting with this really big top end, but we'll be good for a nice long game. We have a lot more draw spells too, so we'll go ahead and see what we get from these guys. But yeah, going into game 2 against Alameo. I'm sure it's not pronounced that way because it's got the little apostrophe over the A, but I'm ignorant. What are you gonna do? We're just out here playing some Magic. Alright, so we got Shockland, which is great. The rest of our buddy lands are coming untapped. We've got a bunch of draw spells. And we've got our Drake and Narset, so we're going to keep 7. That's easy keep right there. Let's see what the opponent does. Looks like they already mulled to 6. They're having a little bit of trouble. Our opponents are having a bit of a dilemma, I think, with mulliganing. It's like they can't get their lands, and now he's really tanking on this decision to keep 6. I wonder if they're just not building their mana bases with enough lands. But he is scrying to the top, so we're going to have a pretty good game here, I think. So let's go ahead and play our tap land. Don't want to ping ourselves, really. We're not doing anything. So they have Dragon Skull Summit and Watery Grave. Pretty good start for them. We're going to Discovery first. I don't really want to discard anything in my hand. So we're going to draw the Spell Pierce and leave the Clifftop Retreat on top. That's our white source. Like Teferi later, stuff like that. So they have 1 blue source in Watergrave, Dragon Skull Summit, and a Swamp. So we'll see what they play here. I was gonna say if they play Legion Warboss, it's gonna stink. It's a good card coming out of the board for them. I think we're just gonna play our Enigma Drake and hope that they don't have a removal, which that's just wishful thinking because they're a control deck and they're gonna zap this and hit me for 4. Unmoored Ego. Really? That card doesn't do anything. Why would they bring that in? Huh. That's a very interesting card to bring in against me. I think I'm on Jeff Hoogland's side with just saying that this card is a complete waste. Like, you just wasted your turn 3 to get rid of my Crackling Drakes, but the rest of my deck is really good. I'm not really sure. We'll get rid of one of your dudes. Why didn't he swing with this? That's crazy. That's okay. I think we play this, and then we play Narset, and we hold up our Spell Pierce. Let's go ahead and look for something. Opt is perfect. Now we can threaten the old Opt to make this a 2/4 to kill this or this. And now Narset is a tasty treat that he probably wants to get rid of so he can draw cards. So Angrat's Rage, sack a creature. So let's make him. This stinks, man. That's really good against my deck. If we do this, he has to pay 2. He can't Thought Erasure us. That really stinks. Yep. That's a stinker. That's a stinker right there. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I mean, I could have made him pay for it, but then he still would have had the Thought Erasure in hand. I figured he would have had the Thought Erasures. He was just playing his cards out of his hand. Not too bad. We'll see if he kills Narset or if he just goes for me. Yeah, that makes sense. Now he's going to pump one of these. So it's 3 and 2 at my face. So, yep, 16. Okay. What do we do here? We could play out another distraction card. I don't think that would be terrible. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. We want to just draw a card. We want to kind of get there. So we'll get rid of one of his tokens. That kind of stinks. Pay 2 life and we will Discovery again. We're looking for like Niv Mizzet or Big Teferi. Anything to get us kind of back in this game, but we keep drawing lands in our 22 land deck. This guy's not long for this world. If we draw Niv Mizzet, I think we could take over this game. Yeah, it looks like they're bringing in Legion War bosses out of the board. So probably if we lose this game, we can probably bring in our Deafening Clarions. Maybe we don't even bring in our
We
Teferis.
will meet again.
Maybe we just keep the oh, that's not good. Okay, what do we got? Yeah, alright, we're done here. So the question is, do we go back to our initial game plan of shocks and lava coils, or do we stick to this and take out the stroke? Actually, I'm going to take out the spell pierces too. I want the Dovencitos, that's pretty good. I'm going to bring in the Clarions, and I think everything else is good. It's very strange seeing a unmoored eco. That was a little odd. I'm going to bring in shock because of Thief of Sanity and Legion War Boss. It looks like they're just going on the Legion War Boss plan specifically. So I think what we'll do here is we'll go ahead and leave the shocks in because I can kill them instantly before they make a guy. Sometimes that could be really relevant. Narset is tough. I want the Clarions in case they get it under all of our stuff. Then I can get rid of it. So, man, this is tough because now that I know he's running Unmoored Ego, I have to keep in the Nimbus and the Teferi. This is another set of win cons. Narset, I think I'm going to cut the Narsets for 2 more shocks. I don't want to get run over again. Now they may switch it up and take the war bosses out that they're on the draw now. But at least I'll have the little burn spells to go along with my Drakes. If they played Unmoored Ego again, that's fine. I think that card's not very good. But we do have our blue source, a lot of red sources. But we'll go ahead and keep it. We have to play Charter Course next turn, so that's pretty sweet. Oop. Alright, so let's go and play this tap. Don't need to take any damage for no reason. We'll see what he has here. He might have a... he's probably going to have Thought Erasure this turn. He's going to take one of my Drakes. That's my thought process on that. Okay, so he doesn't. But he does have a Duress to take my Opt. Okay, so I still have my guys. We're okay. Let's go ahead and just play a 2-4 Drake. See if he can deal with that, and then we'll go and play the Crackling Drake next turn. If we draw blue source. Alright, so this is great. Now we get a blocker for this dude. Perfect. Now if we get a blue source, we're really into it. We don't, but we're really going to be hurting for blue sources to get that thing, dude. Okay. So here's the dilemma that I'm facing now. I don't have my second blue source. He doesn't have a kill spell, which I assume that he would, but we are keeping this war boss in check. We need blue sources extremely badly. For some reason, we've drawn all of our red sources. Nuts. If he gets a kill spell, it's gonna suck. I'm gonna ditch a Crackling Drake because he knows about it. You know what I mean? So then, hopefully, I draw a spell or a blue land. That'd be fantastic. Not really what I wanted to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. No attacks. See what he does. I mean, he's been going to combat every turn, so I only assume that he's just going to do that again. Yikes. Alright, well, we'll kill his war boss. We'll take 4. We're in a bit of a pickle here, folks. We're in a bit of a pickle. Land. Not a land. We're almost there. 5, 6. If he has the land here, I don't think we win. He's hit every single land drop this game. But he plays a tapped. What? Why would you play a tapped? That's crazy, man. He's gonna take a Niv Mizzet, and then if I play another Niv Mizzet, then it doesn't even matter because flips that. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't think we can get out of this one. I think we're done here. Good game, opponent. You got me. You have had a lot more creatures than I anticipated. Guess I should have brought back in those what are they called? The lava coils. I could have brought back in the lava coils. I did not know that he had that Nicol Bolas. It's tough with the Grixis decks because some of them are, you know, they have Augur Bolas and the new Nicol Bolas Planeswalker. Some of them still run the flip Nicol Bolas, stuff like that. So all in all, a little overview on the deck. I thought the deck was really good in doing the normal Drake thing that it does. Saheeli is a great addition. The regular stuff's fine. Teferi was so-so. I mean, it's Teferi, so it's also going to be good. I did not enjoy the low lane count, and I also was very much missing when dive down. So in the future, since Esper is a pretty prominent deck and there's a lot of removal running around, I think running the old school 3 spell pierce 3 dive down version of this deck might be where you want to be. Teferi was great. The sideboard was a little iffy. The triple blue was tough to get on Niv Mizzet when you're running the 3 color deck, so possibly cutting back to the 2 color deck might be the best thing to do. We were just gonna try the 3 color deck, see if we could figure something out. Maybe we'd hit on something pretty cool, but for the most part, just the same old Drake's deck with Teferi. I think the old one with the Paramander and the dive downs is probably better. But go ahead and like, comment, subscribe if you liked the video. If you didn't, go ahead and hit that dislike button. Let me know in the comment section down below if you want to see a certain deck played. Do my best to try and get that together, or get something similar to that together, and then we'll go ahead and give it a couple test rounds and see what we think, and then, you know, we'll move on to the next deck, and then you know, keep doing it. Every week we're going to be coming out with another video, another gameplay video, and hopefully working toward possibly a podcast or other type of videos, maybe educational tutorial type things. But for now, we're just going to stick to our gameplay videos, and if you like them, go ahead and share it, subscribe, comment, everything like that. So until then, we'll see you next time.